Hello, dear students, good morning. Students, let's start reading the next part of this chapter number second. Right from this, the passage which starts with the word on. On January 4, after 36 hours of continuous pumping, we reached the last 5 centimeters of water. What do you mean by this statement? It was 4th of January. On the day of 4th of January, we may also say on the day of 4th of January 1977, when the author and his company members had worked for 36 hours continuously doing the job of throwing the water out from their boat wave walker. In other words, we can say when the author and his company members, in company members we include only two persons better, and those were the hired sailors Larry and Vigil. So on the day of 4th January, after 36 hours of continuous pumping, means when the author and his two hired sailors had worked continuously for a long period of 36 hours pumping out the water from the boat's wave walker, we reached the last 5 centimeters of water. Having worked continuously for a long period of 36 hours, the author, the main captain Gordon Cook and his two hired sailors in the task of pumping out the water, they had finally reached the last 5 centimeters of water. It means they had finally got a very few, not a very but few centimeters, 5 centimeters of water that was still standing on the floor of the boat. Now we had only to keep pace with the water still coming in. Now they had to work. They had to pump out the water. They had to work with the water that was still coming in from different gaps, from different leakages of the floor. We could not set any sail on the main mast. At that time, they could not be able to put the sail on their main mast vertical pole. Pressure on the rigging would simply pull the damaged section of the hull apart. They thought that if they put some extra force on the pipes, so their whole starboard side, means their whole damaged section, that is the starboard side, right side of the ship, would be totally disconnected. So we hoisted the storm jib and headed for where I thought the two islands were. Again they hoisted means lifted. Again they lifted the storm jib. They put away the storm jib that had been placed, that had been dropped over the body of the ship in order to reduce its speed. Now they again put it away, that the storm jib, that the thick canvas was again put off or lifted away from the main body of the boat, and they started sailing their boat to the direction in which the author had seen or expected visualized two islands. Mary found some corned beef and cracker biscuits, and we ate our first meal in almost 2 days. For the last 2 days, they had eaten nothing. For the last 2 days, they had eaten nothing. But it was the first time when Mary, the author's wife Mary, managed some corned beef kind of meat, beef and cracker biscuits, beef meat of cow. She found some meat of cow that had already been corned means that had already been caked, that had only been fried. So that the fried meat of cow and some cranky biscuits were found by Mary, and she served those two items to all the members of the sea journey. and they all took their first meal in almost 2 days. It was the first time when the author and his company members, found themselves so much lucky in getting some items, some things, some eatables, to satisfy their hunger. But our respite was short-lived. Means the word respite means better. Okay, so the period of taking rest, the period of taking rest, it means, in other sense we can say that the relaxed time, the time for relaxation. So that the time for relaxation was very short lived in temporary. They could not take the rest for a longer period, they could not take the rest for a long time. At 4 p.m., black clouds began building up behind us. Within the hour, the wind was back to 40 knots and the seas were getting higher. Okay, it was the day of 4th January. So, on the day of 4th January, again in the evening hours at 4 o'clock, they happened to see black clouds which had also started building up behind them. And within an hour, they also found that the fast blowing sea winds had also started, very had also started running very fast at 40 knots. At 40 knots, it means the speed could be around 150 to 200 kilometer per hour. And the seas were getting higher, and the seas stands for air beta, the sea waves, and the sea waves were also rising very high in front of their boat and all around their boat also. The weather continued to deteriorate means beta spoil, okay, become bad to worse throughout the night of 4th of January. On the day of 4th of January, it was the night of 4th of January, it was the night of 4th of January when they happened to see the overall condition of the weather very bad. The overall condition of the weather became very bad to worse. And by dawn means daybreak, on January 5, our situation was again desperate. And by the daybreak of the next day, by the daybreak of the next day, January 5th of January, they again found their situation, they again found themselves fully covered by deteriorating situation, very distressing conditions, and very, okay, in a very desperate condition. Our situation was again desperate means they again found themselves in much tension and worries. They again found themselves fully sad and upset to see the overall condition of the weather, because the weather had been fully deteriorated, and they thought that again they would have to face the same situation which they had already faced in the previous days. When I went in to comfort the children, John asked, okay, beta, so since the Captain Gordon Cook had sensed the overall condition of the weather, and he thought that not he should not wait any more time, okay, he should not waste any more time sitting here and there doing some other task, but he should go directly to know about the overall condition of his two little children. So that's why thinking so, taking such kind of idea in his mind, the author finally went to went to know about the overall condition of his children. So that's why he says, when I went in to comfort the children, when he stepped into the cabin, into the chamber, in which his two children, Jonathan and Susan, were already accommodated, were living there. So Jonathan asked his father, Daddy, are we going to die? That the 6-year-old child Jonathan gave a very peculiar question, strange question to his father, asking whether they all were going to meet their end. I tried to assure him that we could make it. Getting such kind of shocking question, surprising question, shocking come surprising question from that 6-year-old child. The Captain Gordon Cook bete, the Captain Gordon Cook assured him, saying it that they could control it, they could control the overall situation, and he need not get worried. But daddy, he went on. But daddy, he went on. We aren't afraid of dying if we can all be together. You and mummy, you and I. These the words were really so powerful words. So these the powerful words were spoken by that 6 year old child whose name was Jonathan. So that the child's Jonathan spoke such words at the time when his father was in a very distressed condition. So in order to boost up the morale of his father, in order to boost up the confidence and morale of his father, that the child spoke such words, and he told his father that they were not afraid of dying all if they could all be together, if they all could meet their end together. He meant to say that they were not afraid of dying or were not afraid to die if they all met their end together. They all included they all included his father, his mummy, his sister, and he himself. I could find no words with which to respond. Getting such kinds of powerful and inspirational, motivational words from that 6 year old child, Gordon Cook, the author, found himself totally speechless. Gordon Cook thought that he could give him no response because he could hardly collect any suitable word to respond to such kind of statement as made by that 6 year old child Jonathan. But I left the children's cabin determined to fight the sea with everything. Soon, or quite immediately, we may say, quite immediately, in a jiffy, okay, the author or the Captain Gordon Cook left the cabin of his children, and he determined himself that he should fight with the sea. He would have to struggle with the sea, with all things which he possessed at that time. Okay, without wasting any more time, in the cabin of the children, Gordon Cook stepped outside the place, thinking that he would have to struggle with the sea. He would have to struggle with the sea to control the situation with all those things which he had in his possession. To protect the weakened starboard side, weakened means partly damaged. So in order to protect that the partly damaged of the right hand side of the boat wave walker that had already fallen down, I decided to heave to. Heave to means lift up. The author decided to lift it up anyhow, so that the water of the waves could not come directly into the main body, main cabin, main part of the boat, of the ship. With the undamaged port hull facing the oncoming waves, he tried to lift it up. He tried to lift it up. He tried to lift that the part. He tried to lift that the part better that had already been weakened, that had already been partly damaged and also fallen down on to one side. So in order to lift that partly damaged and bent part of right side part of the boat wave walker, he managed it by putting some hard objects against it, and he tried to lift it up so that the water of the upcoming waves could not enter the main body of the ship. Using an improvised sea anchor of heavy nylon rope, okay, temporary, improvised means temporary, sea anchor of heavy nylon rope. So he caught the partly damaged part of the ship with the help of a nylon rope, and taking two 22-liter plastic barrels of paraffin means kerosene oil. So getting help of those two drums which were filled with 22 liter of kerosene oil. So getting help of those 22 liter of kerosene oil and that the powerful rope, he managed he managed to pull it up, he managed to lift it up anyhow, okay, by using his own methods, and he did so that in the water of the upcoming waves, okay, could not enter the main body of the boat. That evening, Mary and I sat together holding hands. It was the evening of 5th of January, beta. If it was the evening of 5th of January, so on the evening of 5th of January, Gordon Cook and his wife, they both sat together first time, keeping their hands together, putting their hands into their hands as the motion of the ship brought more and more water in through the broken planks. Now you have got the word planks, wooden planks. Okay, since they had again started getting the water, they had again started getting the water inside the main floor, inside the main cabin of their boat, through those all broken parts of the wooden planks, which were fitted on the which were fitted as the main floor, okay, of the boat, and some part of those the wooden planks had been damaged and the water had again started coming inside the boat. We both felt the end was very near. It was the time when the captain, Gordon Cook, and his wife Mary, they both had decided that their end was very near, as they had no other suitable objects with them. They had no other, okay, such kinds of things in their possession, in their, okay, custody, which they could use, could use to control over that time situation, and fill the gaps of the fill the gaps, okay, of the floor, so that the water could not enter, there. But Wave Walker rode out the storm. But Wave Walker, which was professionally built, which was really a very powerful boat, continued facing the sea storm, continued facing the sea storm with its full capacity and stamina by the morning of January 6th, and till the daybreak of January 6th, daybreak of January 6th, they continued sailing the boat. They continued sailing the boat, facing all kinds of conditions, situation, drastic situation, deteriorating situation. Okay, without losing their hope, being so much optimistic and fully determined. With the wind easy, but by the morning of by mean till the morning of January 6th, they also noticed that the speed of the fast blowing sea wind was gradually decreasing, decreasing, coming down. So they got relaxed. They got relaxed, finding the speed of noticing the speed of the fast blowing stormy wind. Okay, in the decreasing order. I tried to get a reading on the sextant, a kind of device machine where the direction is checked whether they are moving, whether they are heading to the right direction or not. Okay, he tried to get the location, he tried to check the location of their ship, getting help of that sextant, that is known as a, okay, uh, a kind of meter, okay, that represents here the that signals here to which direction the ship is moving. Back in the chart room, I worked on wind speeds. Again, the author went back to the chart room in order to check out the speed of the winds, sea winds that were blowing very fast at the time. But some of the winds, but but back in the chart, I worked on wind speeds. He also tried to check it out on his part whether the sea winds would continue blowing fast or they would get seized. Okay, changes of course, drift and current in an effort to calculate our position. So in order to check all kinds of situation, he started working on his maps, on his sextant, on his all other kinds of devices which were available there in the bot, so that he could see it very practically whether they were heading to the right direction or not, whether they had changed the direction of their boat at the sorry to the right angle or not. So those all the things were to be checked by him, and he had started doing that the task on his part. The best I could determine was that we were somewhere in 1,50,000 kilometers of ocean. Okay, while examining these all the things, the author finally found it out that they were standing, okay, with their boat in such a big ocean which was spread in the diameter of in the radius of 1,50,000 kilometers, making for a 65-kilometer wide island. At that time, they were searching for only a little island, okay, which was spread, which covered the area of 65 kilometer, kilometer. So they were searching for such an island which was spread, or which covered the area of 65 kilometer in total. Again, I would like to give the explanation. The best I could determine was that we were somewhere in 1,50,000 kilometers of ocean. At that moment, beta, at that time, on 6th of January, Gordon Cook and his company members, all those sailors sailing the boat Wave Walker, were standing in enormous sea. Enormous sea means in that great ocean, vast ocean, which was spread, which covered a long distance of 1,50,000 kilometer. And at that time, while standing amidst means in the middle of that ocean, they were trying to find out such an island which covered a total distance of 65 kilometer. Okay, now I think this the chapter can be completed today. Why not? While I was thinking, Shiv moving painfully joined me. At that time when he was thinking about it all, his daughter, 7-year-old daughter Shiv, okay, came to her father, moving painfully, having so much pain and suffering in her mind, and she stood by the side of her father. Then it was the only time when the author happened to see those all kinds of injuries which she had received. The left side of her head was now very swollen, and okay, her blackened eyes narrowed to slits. She gave me a card she had made. It was the only time when the author happened to see those all kinds of injuries which had been received by his 7-year-old daughter Susan on her head, just above her eyes, and on her head also. The upper part of her eyes had also been blackened, and it had also got some slits. The word slits stands for here, bete, some straight lines. Okay, lines with some wrinkles, slits. Okay, and the above part of her eyes had also become fully blackened. At that time, that the girl had also brought a card which she had made by her own hands. On the front, she had drawn caricatures, means comic pictures. Okay, comic picture or imitated picture. On the front, she had drawn caricatures of Mary and me with the words. On the front part of that card, she had made the pictures of her mother and her father. She had made the pictures of the author and his wife Mary. Here are some funny people, did they make you laugh? She also wrote some words and just below the picture, and the words were written saying it that telling her father that there were some funny people in the world. Did they ever make him laugh? I laughed a lot as well. Inside was a message. She had also written a message inside that the card. Oh, how I love you both. She expressed her love and affection towards her father and mother, saying it that she loved them. She loved both her parents a lot. So this card is to say thank you and let's hope for the best. And she had made that the card, that the picture of her father and mother, in order to express her heartiest thanks to both of them, okay, for their struggle with the sea waves and for their optimistic ideas also. and let's hope for the best. She also encouraged her father and mother, saying that they must have some hopeful ideas in their mind. They must not give up the hope. They must not to give up the hope, as they would surely get success over that, okay, dreadful situation. Somehow we had to make it, and she also told her father that they would surely get victory over the situation anyhow. Okay, beta, whether we would like to be, beta, the part is some lengthy part is still left out. So one more video will be given to you tomorrow. For this day, I think so it is more than enough. Kindly get yourself fully connected to your studies and go through the covered part of the chapter very sincerely. Thank you.